Silent leaders know they cannot expect their followers to do anything they are not willing to do themselves, so they set the example for their followers to follow. They realize that everything that happens around them starts with what they do. They take initiative and determine how they are going to act in any given situation, even before that situation arrives. What is silent leadership?
Silent leadership to me is leading by example. I know it's pretty cliche to say, but another way of looking at it for me is motivating people by not using your words. Sometimes by not saying anything, you're in a position of power and you're waiting for them to respond. So it's like holding them accountable for what they're going to say.
Silent leaders have mastered the ability to do what they say they will do. This adds value because they will never make a commitment that they cannot follow through on.
Tell me a time when you experienced someone else's silent leadership.
I'd have to say my examples from sports. When I used to play high school soccer, we used to always get carried away and goof off, but our one captain would always work really hard in the drills, even when we were goofing off, and it would get us back on track by looking at her strong work ethic.
Can you explain for me a time where you demonstrated or experienced silent leadership?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of silent leadership within the workplace. Oftentimes when there's workplace gossip taking place, you'll notice one individual that either completely removes themselves from the situation or chooses not to participate. I think this sends a stronger message than even voicing your opinion, because oftentimes your actions speak much louder than your words.
Silent leaders continuously teach. They rely heavily on body language and act on the beliefs they hold. They set forth principles to their team and allow them to govern themselves freely. They are not the type to micromanage or nag because they trust their team so much.
Explain a situation in which you have been a silent leader.
Well, usually in group projects, people have trouble doing their work and people get rowdy. So I find by focusing and doing my work, then people follow my lead and stuff gets done.
Silent leaders are humble individuals. They recognize both their accomplishments and failures. They realize they would not achieve their success if it was not for their team. They are open to accepting criticism, and they realize they can learn from mistakes.
What do you think the most important thing is in silent leadership?
I think the most important part is body language. If I feel intimidated within a group, I'm not going to be comfortable doing my own work. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Leadership isn't always a loud, enthusiastic person trying to motivate someone to do something. Sometimes it's actually the quiet individuals who model the way through their humble efforts that affect us the most. You all should know now the importance of using silence as a leadership tactic.